Good evening and welcome to Sunday Prime. I'm Ankit Tyagi. The internal cracks in the Congress party are once again out in the open as leaders are, most of them sidelined, have been coming out and criticizing the party leadership. Rashid Alvi, in fact, came out, spokesperson of the Congress party, and today said that the party is ignoring Muslim leaders. Now, former Congress leader Shakil Ahmed, who was also a union minister in the past, says there is no internal democracy in the Congress, claiming whatever Rahul Gandhi says is final. Ahmed, who resigned in anger ahead of the Bihar elections, alleges Rahul is uncomfortable with senior leaders, acts like boss and carries a sense of superiority because of his Nehru Gandhi lineage. Meanwhile, Shakil Ahmed now, after Shakil Ahmed now, Rashid Alvi has also hit out at Rahul Gandhi for not being accessible. He has accused the Grand Old Party of ignoring Muslim leadership. The BJP, and quite obviously, are rubbing their hands in glee. I mean, quick to respond to this growing crisis within the Congress party, calling it a party of deceit that uses Muslim votes but does not care about the welfare of the Muslim people.
आपने जो एक बात लिखी अपने एक फेसबुक पोस्ट में कि आपने कांग्रेस छोड़ने का फैसला राहुल गांधी के काम करने के तौर तरीके से दुखी होकर किया। तौर तरीके में ऐसे क्या गड़बड़ी है राहुल गांधी के जो आपको पार्टी ही छोड़नी पड़ गई?
मैंने जिस दिन अनाउंस किया 16 अप्रैल 2023 को कि मैं अब जिंदगी में कोई चुनाव नहीं लड़ूंगा, उस दिन भी मैंने खड़गे साहब को लिखा। लिखना तो पड़ता है खड़गे साहब को भी, क्योंकि टेक्निकली वही अध्यक्ष हैं, मालिक राहुल गांधी जी हैं। खड़गे साहब ने तो खुद भी बयान दिया अभी कि हमको सोनिया गांधी राहुल गांधी जी ने बनाया है, तो मालिक राहुल गांधी जी हैं। लेकिन टेक्निकली तो मैंने उनको लिखा, उसमें भी लिखा कि मैं किसी दूसरी पार्टी में नहीं जा रहा हूं, मैं जिंदगी भर कोई दूसरी पार्टी ज्वाइन नहीं करूंगा, मेरी जिंदगी का आखिरी वोट कांग्रेस को मिलेगा, और मेरे कहने से अगर तब तक 5 आदमी भी वोट करेंगे तो वो कांग्रेस को करेंगे। राहुल जी से मेरी जो शिकायत है वो ये है कि वो कंटेम्प्ट है उनको सीनियर लोगों के लिए, वो थ्रेटन फील करते हैं। उनको अगर ये राहुल गांधी जी के पास, मैं अक्सर कहता हूं कि उनके पास किसी नेता की, कांग्रेस की सबसे बड़ी शिकायत ये है कि ये अपने इलाके में पॉपुलर है, वो उससे उनको ये
अच्छा, जो नेता अपने इलाके में पॉपुलर उससे राहुल गांधी,
हाँ बिल्कुल, या तो वो चमकदार हो, शशि थरूर और चिदम्बरम जी और सचिन पायलट जी जैसे हों जो आकर्षित करने वाले हों, उनसे उनको थ्रेटन फील करते हैं, और जो जमीन पर मजबूत है उससे वो थ्रेटन फील करते हैं।
देखिए, राहुल गांधी से मिलना इतना आसान नहीं है, और जहां तक सवाल इस बात का है कि नसीमुद्दीन साहब ने इस्तीफा दे दिया, ये चिंता की बात है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी कांग्रेस पे मुस्लिम अपीजमेंट का इल्ज़ाम लगाती है, और उसका ये नतीजा है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी मुस्लिम लीडरशिप को लगातार नज़रअंदाज करती है।
वकील साहब, इतना आपको कांग्रेस ने दिया, कम से कम ऐसा तो मत बोलिए। आदमी छोड़ के भी चला जाता है, अलग भी हो जाता है, लेकिन जिस आदमी ने आपको दिया हो, जिस पार्टी ने आपको दिया हो, आप उनके लिए ऐसा बोलेंगे, और इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। कांग्रेस का मतलब तो गांधी परिवार ही है। कांग्रेस के अंदर उनके बिना कुछ भी नहीं है। बताइए क्या रह जाएगा? जो केंद्रीय सेंटर पॉइंट है वो कांग्रेस के अंदर गांधी फैमिली है, उसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है। इसे कोई छुपाना चाहे, मानना चाहे, न मानना चाहे, है तो ये सच्चाई यही है।
कांग्रेस पर जो राहुल गांधी ने कब्जा किया है और जिस तरह चाटुकारों को आगे बढ़ाया है, तो कम से कम एक आवाज बुलंद करने का काम बिहार के शकील अहमद साहब ने किया। बहुत उनको मुबारकबाद, और उन्होंने नीतीश कुमार जी की भी तारीफ की है। उन्होंने कहा है कि राहुल गांधी किस तरह स्थापित नेताओं को दूर रखते हैं, स्थापित नेताओं को किनारे करते हैं, तो ये सब बात कही है। और राहुल गांधी डरते हैं क्योंकि वो कोई भी अपने से टैलेंटेड व्यक्ति को नहीं चाहते हैं, इसलिए शशि थरूर हो या शकील अहमद हो, किसी को अपने सामने वो नहीं आगे बढ़ने देना चाहते हैं। ये बात साफ तौर पे कही है।
कांग्रेस पार्टी बीमार हो गई है। कांग्रेस पार्टी को दवाई की और चिकित्सा की जरूरत है। कांग्रेस को आत्मचिंतन करना चाहिए। कांग्रेस को सोचना चाहिए कि कांग्रेस में रह के भी लोग क्यों खुश नहीं है, क्यों कांग्रेस के जो विचारक है या जो कांग्रेस के सलाहकार है वो सही सलाह नहीं दे पा रहे हैं। मुंबई में अगर कांग्रेस शिवसेना के साथ लड़ी होती तो आज नतीजे कुछ और होते, आज महापौर महाविकास आघाड़ी का होता। लेकिन नहीं, इनको भारतीय जनता पार्टी के खिलाफ भी लड़ना है, भारतीय जनता पार्टी को मदद भी करनी है। तो अब शकील अहमद हो चाहे शशि थरूर हो।
So Congress is facing a barrage of critique from their own. In fact, whether it is Shakil Ahmed or Shashi Tharoor has also said a lot of things. Like Shakil Ahmed, the former Congress leader, had said that there is no internal democracy. Rahul Gandhi's word is final. Meanwhile, questioning only losses, no moral credibility. That is what Ashwini Kumar, former law minister, had said in December 2025. Then later, unable to meet Rahul Gandhi for 3 years. Congress is dying. Mohammad Mukim, he is Orissa Congress leader, also made this charge in November 2025. Meanwhile, Shashi Tharoor, who has had this love-hate relationship, party needs to do some serious analysis. He has been saying that Mumtaz Patel, she's daughter of Ahmed Patel, one of the most influential Congress leader of the Congress party. Power with those not connected to the ground is her charge. Ticket manipulation was done. This is a charge which was made by the Congress leader, Abdul Rahman. Then candidate announcement was delayed. Tariq Alam, Congress leader, had also questioned the Congress party and the way it is functioning. Tickets were given to people, only few people. That is what Shakil Ahmed Khan, leader of the Congress party from Bihar, had also in fact alleged while the Bihar election was going on. So, is it just democracy? Are all these leaders, those who have got so much from the Congress party, sidelined now? Are they just in fact taking out their frustration? Or is this also a sign of serious problems, fundamental issues that the Congress party and its leadership is facing at this moment? Let me very quickly go across at this moment and introduce my guest to discuss this. Rashid Kidwai Sahab is joining us, senior journalist, keeps a very, very close eye on matters Congress. Shazia Ilmi of the Bharatiya Janata Party is also with us this evening, and so is Nikhil Jain, political analyst who is pro-Congress party. Thank you so much to all of you for joining me this Sunday evening. Rashid Saab, let me begin with you. You've been a ardent and a very close observer of the Congress party for many, many years. We have always seen these murmurs, and I personally feel that once a party is out of power, the internal democracy in the party is strengthened because a lot of people, those who are on the sidelines, are able to speak much freely than they would if the party is in power. Is it just opportunism, as the Congress leaders are saying this, or is this Congress well-wishers, leaders, those who have spent their life within the Congress party, raising red flags which are being ignored by the Congress party, sir?
So, Ankit, I think it's a mix of all this. The timing of it is, in each case, if you look at very carefully, it's all political. Remember, Rajya Sabha elections are due, the nominations starting now, and it is for April 2026. There are many people who are eyeing that. And if you notice, there are a large number of those who are disgruntled, who are happy to be unhappy, are actually, and they all are Muslim leaders. Muslim leaders have a grudge that since the BJP has become very powerful and strong, there is, the Congress is not giving due sort of nominations or places in Rajya Sabha to Muslim leaders or Muslim MPs. So this is actually a political posturing. Lot of them are political discard, as we call it in Hindi, chale hue kartoos. The case of Shashi Tharoor is very strong, and there is a lot of heft, and there are a lot of bearing on Kerala elections. So each case is very different, but the timing is very much political, and this is political posturing.
Shazia, let me bring you in as somebody from a different political party. How is your party? Because I saw leaders from your party, and especially like Shahnawaz ji, speaking about this and saying that it's a son of Bihar. When he spoke about Shakil Sahab and said that he's making the right noise, he's speaking about how Muslims are being ignored. But many would say it's hilarious that somebody from the BJP is talking about Muslims being ignored in a Congress party where the BJP fails to in fact give due recognition to the leaders within their own party.
So the fact of the matter is that when it comes to Muslim leaders in the Congress, a party known for appeasement, a party known for deepening the identity politics of this country, and winning on the basis of that, leaders from that party now have to say that there is no place for them. Why has this happened? Why there is such a marginalization of Muslim leaders? No, I'm not talking about BJP, I'm talking about Congress per se. So what has happened to their so-called secularism that Muslims in Congress itself feel so out of it? And not just that, when Shakil, you talk about it being a political issue, an electoral issue, and it's related to timing, as my good friend Rashid Bhai said. Now, tell me, Shakil Ahmed resigned after the elections, and he had very important points to make. He even made a point like when the party was losing, there was nobody from the senior leadership to come and talk to them. Not just that, he even mentioned that 65 lakh votes have been stolen, but not one voter seems to have been brought up by Congress party or the cadres or the BLAs to prove the fact. Now you heard Rashid Alvi ji. We know what's happening with Shashi Tharoor ji. And there's a mass exodus. There's been a huge list. I mean, I can read it out to you. So it's symptomatic of the leadership. I think Rahul Gandhi is an extremely insecure leader. I also think there is a communication breakdown, but mostly I think there are no moorings. They don't know which way they. So they're trying to now, woo Hindus by keeping Muslims at bay. Something that Ghulam Nabi Azad said, if you remember. He said, we are being kept away. We are not being called for electoral rallies because the focus is now on getting.
But Shazia, and let me get in Nikhil Jain to respond to that. Nikhil, while the BJP might make all these critique and about how you are ignoring the Muslim leaders, while of course we've not seen a massive focus or a thrust within the BJP as far as the Muslim leaders are concerned, but the fact is you are making your house open to this criticism by your leaders coming out and speaking about your leadership style, your party's leadership, or Congress party's leadership style, Rahul Gandhi's leadership style in particular, in public. Then it is open season.
Ankit, not really. So I think you hit the nail on the head when you started the debate by saying that whenever a party is is out of power, democracy within the party really strengthens, and something that should be voiced within a party forum gets voiced in front of television cameras. See, any party will go through a generation change. That is how politics and that is how life works. You have the BJP, you have Mr. Advani and Murli Manohar Joshi, Mr. Joshi, almost sidelined. Almost, they are sidelined, right? You go to the Samajwadi Party, you will see a Shivpal Yadav not holding the kind of sway that he did. You go to the Congress Party, you will have leaders like Shakil Ahmed and others who were once big leaders of the party. They were union ministers or general secretaries in the Congress, but today they find themselves sidelined. And that is just the norm of the nature. For anybody to, allege that the Congress party is keeping Muslims at bay and they're not allowing them to attend rallies, they should look at Imran Pratapgarhi. In every single election, you have Imran Pratapgarhi as a star campaigner. He's a demanded leader. He gets to go on the stage and make statements. He gets to make statements to the media. Mr. Ahmed that we are talking about, the last election that he won was in 2004. I'm not going to take away from his contributions as a congressman or as a legislator.
Let me ask you this.
What is happening?
No. While I mean, see, you will of course give it a spin, but while you are telling me that, it's all those people, those who have made their contributions, generational change, so on and so forth. But it is a known fact. If today you want to meet Rahul Gandhi, you know that it will take you how many hours and days and people to respond before you can, or anybody in the Congress party can even have audience. The fact is that the forum that you are talking about, that all these grievances should be addressed within the party forum, what is that forum? That's the big question that people are asking. Who's that person that addresses these, these problems or confrontations or the issues that people have? You have Congress leaders sitting in various states saying that it's been 3-4 years we have been trying to get an appointment with Mr. Rahul Gandhi. If there is no redressal mechanism, people will be forced to go and speak about this in public.
See, Ankit, so far as I understand, every state of the Congress party has one in charge and several in charges. You have people who are part of the CWC from every given state. Leaders can voice their opinion to that particular person. Now, for every single congressman, let's remember that this is a country with 4,000 MLA seats and the Congress party has over 700 MLAs right now. They have about 100 MPs. Now, if every single leader of the party seeks audience with the top leader, with the apex leader of the party, that's not really possible, and that's neither possible for the Congress nor for the BJP. You have
but
to
it
go
is
through
for
the
the
right
top
channels.
leader to have a mechanism, right? I mean, if he can't meet, then there will be people, those who can address those issues in some way, whether it is Mr. Kharge or whether it is people under them. If people feel that there is only one person who has to take the final decision, it's wasting time speaking to anybody else, then of course they will be lining up and trying to meet Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and that is not happening.
Now, Ankit, that is actually my point, that there is a misalignment in understanding how things are really functioning within the Congress party. Now, you have certain leaders who feel that they're sidelined, who are saying that the Rahul Gandhi's word is the final word. There is no other word, but that's not really true. We saw that in Haryana elections. We saw that in Rajasthan elections. Rahul Gandhi being the leader of the party, of course, his word would hold supremacy over others, but it is not the sole and the final word. There are other decision makers.
Come on,
whether
Nikhil.
it is KC Venugopal
Even you
or
are
the
not saying that with conviction. Even you are not saying that with conviction. As if Mr. Rahul Gandhi doesn't have veto over even Mr. Kharge. Come on. I mean, even in your defense, you are not convinced yourself. Rashid bhai, is that how Congress works? I mean, if tomorrow Mr. Kharge has to take a decision, and we have spoken about this in many, many cases where Mr. Kharge is also looking over his shoulders, and that delays the decision-making process in the Congress party.
Absolutely, Ankit, there is over-reliance on Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi is a LOP and the organizational head is Mr. Kharge. But every district president who is appointed, has to get a sort of, clearance and a nod from Rahul Gandhi. So Rahul Gandhi is himself to be blamed for the, state of affair that is there. The Congress lacks, a kind of robust mechanism that, where leaders, disgruntled leaders or otherwise can interact. It was there in place till Ahmed Patel was alive till 2021, and since then it has collapsed. So there is nobody. And Ankit, there is a paradox because there is no dearth of Congress leaders who can do that, who can, get into Ahmed Patel's shoes. For instance, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is one choice. Sachin Pilot can be, and many of them are there. But no, there is no mechanism at all. Priyanka herself does not have a work allocation as, she's a party general secretary, but she's not in charge of any department or any state for past almost 1 year. So this is a very sorry state of affairs. And Mr. Rahul Gandhi,
Rashid bhai, let me press you further. Is it because what the BJP and few Congress leaders are alleging that Rahul Gandhi is an insecure leader? If he sees anybody in a powerful position, and that creates a problem for him, whether it is Priyanka Gandhi's own sister or any other Congress leader?
No. I think that criticism is very unfair, and it's of course political in nature. That is not a case. You see, people who have enjoyed fruits of power, those who are making noises now. So you can always say that, this is all political posturing and looking for Rajya Sabha. But the key point, Ankit, is the Congress is not in a position to extend any patronage because they're only in power in 3 states. There are at least 50 aspirants I can think of offhand, and there are only 6 to 8 seats that are going to, the Congress can give reward, to loyalty, etc. So therefore, what is going to happen is that you will have 40 plus, disgruntled leaders.
Absolutely.
This happens when you're out of power.
Absolutely.
But what I'm saying is, Congress needs to have a mechanism, and they need to have people in place.
When you are in power, you can dole out a lot of favors which you cannot when you are out of power, and politics is give and take, and that is exactly the kind of relationship that we are witnessing in the Congress party. But Shazia, the fact is, the Congress would jump around and say that, listen, there is democracy in our party. People can say whatever they have to because we are not going to, in fact, crack down on them. Look at the BJP. Where is that, freedom or that democracy as far as BJP is concerned? You come, sit together and unanimously put one name who becomes the president. There is not even an election as far as the president post is concerned.
It's hilarious when you talk about internal democracy in the Congress party. We just heard Shakil Ahmed say that, it's just technical that Mallikarjun Kharge is there. The fact of the matter is the High Command decides it. Who was the High Command? Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, to some extent Priyanka Gandhi. All the state presidents, everybody is chosen by that. And here, the adhyaksh of the party would not be decided by any high command because none exists. It would be given to somebody relatively unknown, somebody on the basis of merit, somebody who has been a grassroots worker, an ordinary worker. So much so that the Prime Minister would actually call him a boss on the day he's sworn in, or he gets to hold the position.
Shazia, that's selection. It's not election.
No, but who selects? Who selects and who
Nobody
opposes?
knows.
Who selects? You tell me.
I would want to know. You tell me who selects. I don't know, because there is no mechanism. We don't know how this mechanism works.
No, I think the mechanism is that there are senior leaders who get together, and somebody very unknown, somebody relatively unknown, somebody meritorious is there. Who do they choose?
But Shazia, there is a dichotomy in what you're saying. There is a set of leaders who choose your president. So that leader owes his allegiance to those set of leaders. Then how is that democracy?
No. He owes his allegiance to the party, which is why, if you see, whether it's Nadda ji, under whose leadership we won more than 20 states, including the partnerships we have and the alliances we have. Two, if you go further back to Amit Shah ji, everybody, and that's a clear mandate. What a president does, the track record is in front of everybody. So whoever and whatever they've done, they've chosen very well and wisely. Now, whichever way the election, the president is chosen, whichever way is being done, I don't know how democratic it is. How many people can stand up to high command and say, we want to be there. We know what happens to them, and we know what's happening to the party. So much so that poor Shashi Tharoor, only because he spoke well at Operation Sindoor and supported the country, just see about treatment he's being meted. So I think it's rather shameful. And if BJP selects its presidents on the basis of merit,
to what Shazia is saying, because it's important. She's saying that, listen, even if you have elections within the Congress party,
and we salute the progress, we salute the process because it's delivered us.
No, but Shazia, let's not overplay that. The fact is that there is nobody.
Why not?
There is no challenge. Where is the challenge within your own system? Please tell me. Even if it is a notional challenge in the Congress party, tell me another candidate who in fact wanted to stand in front of Mr. Nitin Nabeen.
No, my point is different.
There are leaders in your party who came from the Congress party saying that we wanted to fight elections against the president of the Congress party, but right now in BJP they are not the ones those who are raising their hand and they want to fight elections.
You're not letting me speak.
No, I'm just adding to my question. Please go ahead.
You're not letting me speak. I've been trying to say, your question goes on and on. I seem to have hit a raw nerve somewhere, have I? But anyway, ignoring that, now tell me, there is one process of ours. There was Nadda ji, nobody expected him to be there. Then we have Nitin Nabeen ji, nobody expected him to be there. Now tell me, we have two processes. You talk about Congress party and you talk about BJP. Which process has worked? I just want to ask you. And what is the end game of every political party? To win elections or run some sort of an NGO? That also which everybody seems to run away from.
You know why, Shazia, I kept quiet when you were saying that you have hit a raw nerve, because I don't need to say anything. You are getting yourself in a bind and encircle yourself. I don't have to, in fact, explain that why the process is. At least when you talk about democracy in this country, the least that can be expected of any political party is that there will be internal democracy. The elections in your own party will take place. You are, in fact, defending that process by saying just because we can win election, it doesn't matter whether we have internal democracy or not. Okay, I want to, Shazia, it will become between you and I. You've spoken. Let me get in Nikhil as well, because Nikhil, I have not given him time. Nikhil.
The process is clear and we are with it.
Okay, sure.
There is no issue with that.
Sure, okay. I mean, of course, you are from BJP. You will not find any issue with that.
Everybody has a problem with it.
Okay, Nikhil, but the fact is, as Shazia is also pointing out, the question is, you want to call it election. It's a notional thing. Nobody can dare stand up in front of the Gandhis. In fact, those who stand, and it's a history. You will, from Sitaram Kesari, and we can go on and keep talking about the people. Example is made out of people, those who dare to stand in front of the Gandhi family. And that is why this whole election is a sham election.
I don't think that's a very fair portrayal of it, Ankit. See, let's look at how the elections in 2022 for the Congress party president happened. You had two candidates. Dr. Tharoor was one of the candidates. All the PCC delegates came in to vote, about 9,000 of them. You had an election commissioner in the form of Mr. Mistry, right? And votes were polled. Shashi Tharoor got about 1,000 votes and Mallikarjun Kharge got about 8,000
Congress party's first family, both Miss Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi had already put their weight behind Mallikarjun Kharge. In that aspect, how was it fair? How many people in the Congress party would have gone to defy what Mr. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi wanted and who they wanted as the president? Please tell me that.
But Ankit, I'll tell you. First of all, there was nothing was said by the Gandhi family publicly in terms of them lending their support to either of the candidates. Number two, the elections was by secret ballot. Now, if again people are going to assume that the Gandhi family wanted Mr. Khadge, and even in the presence of a secret ballot and a separate election commissioner, people are going to vote for the candidate who they assume is being supported by the Gandhi family, that actually speaks to a lot about the reason why the Gandhi family maintains this hegemony over the party. No, I am not going to sit here and say that the Gandhi family has no hegemony over the party. They do, but the reason that they do is because for a majority of Congress voters, when they think of Congress, they think of the Gandhi family. Of course, it's a big party with many leaders, but they are the most recognizable faces.
What right
They are
can
the
you
most
criticize
popular
the
leaders.
BJP for not having internal democracy when you don't? And Nikhil, like you are saying that people are
It was
assuming,
a fair
please
election.
don't assume that the people of this country don't know that behind who the weight of the Congress first family was in that election. Let's not assume that the people of this country can be taken for a ride and they don't understand
There was
whether
an
they speak
election.
in a way or
There
not.
was an election.
Okay.
And if you allow me 20 seconds, I just want to contrast the president of the Congress party right now and the BJP president right now. The Congress president is somebody who came from an absolutely humble background, who comes from a marginalized community, who rose up through the ranks, who contested an election, who won. The BJP president is somebody whose father was the tallest leader of the BJP in the state of Bihar. After his father passed away, he was given a ticket to contest for an MLA election at the young age of 26. He continues to be an MLA. He has no experience at the national level, and somehow from some magical potion, he's been selected.
Let's not get into the experience part. People will question what experience as Rahul Gandhi has, and his track record will not be speaking very
21 years as a member of parliament. 21 years
apart from that, as the leader of the Congress party, how many states has he won or lost? That's also a question that people
I'll tell you.
Okay, I'm completely out of time. Rashid bhai, 10 seconds to you. Is this are we going to see more and more leaders of the Congress party come out and voice their anger against Rahul Gandhi? And even if they do, does anything change in the Congress party?
Yes, there are going to be more voices, because unless under Rahul Gandhi's leadership, the Congress wins Kerala and perhaps Assam, does well in Tamil Nadu, then this will stop. Remember, from 4th June 2024, there was almost, a kind of, no party leader was leaving, but a series of, electoral defeats and assembly elections. Now, again, disgruntled leaders are coming forward.
Okay.
It's a simple thing. Leader has to win. He has to give a kind of, feeling that the Congress under his leadership is winning. If Rahul Gandhi doesn't deliver, he is going to face consequences.
I would say that I agree with one thing that Shazia said. Political parties, no matter what they portray, the game is to fight, win elections, get the trust of the people, as many voters as you can. If you are not showing, or if your performance on that parameter is not top-notch, there will be questions. And I think whether it's Congress or BJP or any other political party, they should internally be open to those questioning them from within their own party. We will have to wait and see how the Congress handles it. But at this moment, Shazia Ilmi, Nikhil and Rashid Bhai, thank you so much for joining me on the broadcast.